Welcome to Walking with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of Luke, chapter 13, verse 24. And this is Jesus speaking. Strive to enter in at the straight gate, for many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. Let me repeat that. Strive to enter in at the straight gate, for many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. When we drive, most of us tend to, stick to the main highways as much as possible because those roads are big. They're designed to accommodate a lot of traffic and they lead to all the popular destinations. But our spiritual journeys are different. It is the narrow gate, the narrow roads, Jesus himself, that leads to eternal rest. No other road, no matter how well traveled, will get us there. The ways and ideals of this world may be popular, but they don't lead to a good destination. In fact, they lead us to death. We are set apart. We are different. We are not of this world. We're not supposed to be like the world. We're not supposed to act like the world. We're not supposed to look like the world. We're supposed to resemble Christ. There's a lot of Christians who don't look Christian, don't act Christian, and people would have never guessed that they was Christians because they are of this world. They do as the world do, and they look like the world. All these popular trends, everybody that's hopping on this and doing that because the things of the world, because people of the world are doing them. We are not supposed to be doing that. We are not supposed to act in that way. And that's why people look at you like, I can't believe that you're Christian. You would have never known it by talking to you. It doesn't make sense. Why? If you truly, truly, truly love God, why your heart would be set on caring about what the unbelievers think about you. That you would not, let's just say, I'm trying to find the correct words, you'll almost be ashamed. You don't want people to know that you go to church. You try to hide it because you don't want to be made fun of. You don't want them to talk about you. These are things that you should not care about. You should not care if they laugh at you, if they make fun of you, because in the end, you're going to have the last laugh when God comes. But instead of hating on them, we need to be praying for these people. See, the ones who are not ashamed, who get picked on and get bullied, who have all these unbelievers who throw stuff at them, eventually it gets at their feelings. And even though they're not ashamed of God, they start building up the hatred towards the unbelievers because of the things they say or how they act and do. And see, that's just the devil. That's just the unbelievers winning. You're stooping down to their level. You're becoming what they are. You got to let it go. In fact, you're not supposed to be caught up in your feelings. That's what the devil wants you to do. So that you would live in that hatred and in that anger and not walk in your spirit. He uses people of the world to get under our skin, to get at us. And see, God will allow it to happen because he's showing you the things that you need to fix of yourself. Things that you need to kill of your flesh. So if you're thinking that you're doing good and walking great on this journey, and then all of a sudden somebody comes from nowhere and he gets you out of your spirit and walking in your flesh, take it as joy. It's God correcting you and showing you, hey, you still need to fix this about yourself. We still need to work on this. We need to chip this away. Chip off this old part of you. So don't take it as you have fallen back into your own ways, or that now you got to start back over again. It's just God showing you, hey, we still need to work on this little part right here. And don't forget about this. Let's go ahead and correct this just a little bit, because there's still a tiny little bit of this part of you that still has a little bit of anger issues. So there's many people of us who, who used to be in anger all the time, and small things used to get us riled up, and whether it even be for the right reasons or what have you not. And we've controlled that because we've come closer to God, and we've got closer on this journey, and we've chipped away and not let so many things get us, because of becoming this peace-loving person that we're supposed to be. That we sometimes forget about that part of us. So when the devil steps in and has these people, these unbelievers, get up under your skin, that is God's way of reminding you, hey, we still need to work on this. We still need to fix this. But some people, when that happens, they're like, oh man, I knew better than that. I knew I wasn't supposed to argue. I was supposed to walk away, just keep my mouth shut, and then here I am. God, look at me. I'm a failure. How can I do this? Because you said we're not supposed to be in that way. No, that's the devil causing you doubt against yourself, placing a little bit of fear that you're not doing things correctly. But that's not what's going on. You haven't fallen. The devil just wants to lie to you and have you believing that. That is just God doing the small little finished touches of, oh, let me get this little piece right here. And even though it was an area that you had already worked on, God looked back and said, you know what, let me just go ahead and chisel that part right here just a little bit more right here. And so the devil uses that opportunity to cast fear and doubt about yourself and about your walk with God, so that you fall back and stay in that position and stay caught up in that feeling. So we got to remember, as Christ follows, when we're on that journey and on that path, and God has we've overcome certain things, and we have improved that certain thing about ourselves, and we've gotten a little bit of control over it, that way down when we have thought we've somewhat mastered that thing, and when something triggers it a little bit, don't let the devil tell you a lie that you have fallen short and that you haven't never corrected that. We got to remember, oh, that's just God going back and saying, let me just go ahead and chisel just a little bit more right there. There we go. Just a little bit of a half an inch more. Let's just go ahead and do that. Now that's perfect. We got to remember, it's not a setback. It's God making sure that his work, because everything he does is perfect, meticulous. I mean, everything has a just a hair. So we got to remember that God is just doing his handiwork. The devil is lying to us. He's tricking us. He wants us to stay caught up in our emotions. He wants us to stay caught up in our flesh. He wants us to relive that cycle, to get back on that hamster wheel that we are no longer on. Always get in prayer and talk to God about it. Let him remind him. Let him remind you. Let him talk to you and tell you, no, you're good. You're good. I just wanted to show you something, that we just needed to tweak this right here just a little bit. We're just going to shave just a little bit more off right here. That even though we have conquered something, doesn't mean that the devil is going to still send things after us to get us stuck back into that hamster wheel that we once was. Sometimes he just sends reminders to know that, hey, you got this. No matter if there's people trying to make you blow up on your anger or whatever, not, that you can still leap that hurdle, because God had given you the strength to overcome such things. Don't look at it as a failure.